Welcome. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Nice to see you all. This is Palo Santo. I hope you had a good day. I had a good day. Yeah. Hey, let's plug us in real quick, right? Let's see. Just because it's no fun to lose power. Hello, Meg, you cutie. All right. Hi. Okay. All right. This is our lineup for tonight. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Ophiuchus, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Alrighty. We're going to get started with a quick blessing and then we'll just get rolling. All right. Holy Spirit, thank you so much for being with us here today and in every single breath that we take. We ask that these messages be received by those who are meant to hear them. Amen. Alrighty. Let's start with Aquarius. Happy birthday, Aquarius, if it was your birthday. And happy Valentine's Day. Let's see what we have for you. Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles crossing that. What? Oh, something has shifted and something is changing. We have somebody who feels kind of off balance all of a sudden. This Knight of Pentacles energy that is crossing this is kind of like a, now we don't know which direction we're supposed to go in kind of energy. Like, I don't know which way I'm supposed to head now. Like, this is somebody who's usually so stable, so secure, always knows exactly what they want. And yeah, here's what the problem is we're not actually sure what we want anymore with this Nine of Cups energy that comes out on top of all that, all right? Okie dokie. I'm going to clarify with another deck in a minute. I got the Devil in reverse. This is somebody who's trying to make positive changes for themselves. I feel like this is you. This is somebody who doesn't want to feel chained to things anymore. They kind of feel like they need a major change in their lives. I got the Hierophant card here, which is the exact opposite. This is someone who's absolutely torn in two directions. This is what the problem is. We have somebody who's kind of torn. They're not entirely sure what it is they want. On one hand, we have the Devil, which is kind of like, and in the reverse, it's somebody who wants to throw off old habits, relationships, like the chains of things that have just kind of kept them stuck in one place. But unfortunately, on top of that, we have the Hierophant card, which is the card of Taurus. And on top of that, which is the card of commitment. It can signify a marriage, something that you're highly committed to. I have the Six of Wands in reverse. This is somebody who's not really sure where home is for them. That's what the problem is. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to get another deck real quick. Like, we're going to use this Deviant Moon Tarot real quick. Oh, and by the way, guys, I cleaned off all my decks today. Got them all back in the upright position. Just kind of felt like there was some kind of shift happening, and it kind of looks like there is for you guys, Aquarius. Alrighty, what do we have here? Tell me more about this Two of Pentacles in reverse. I got the Ace of Swords in reverse. This is kind of like a message that you didn't want to receive, or maybe a message you don't want to tell, or maybe there's like a half-truth that you're telling. I don't know. Ace of Swords in reverse is, it's kind of like a message that doesn't go the way that you want it to. Pick A, B, C, D, or E, you know? Like any of those scenarios is kind of like the Ace of Swords in reverse. And this, I feel, is like what has gotten you kind of off balance here. Maybe a miscommunication of some sort. Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay. All right, what is this? Yeah. I got the Seven of Wands in reverse. Ooh, this is somebody who doesn't want to have, I get the impression they're kind of tired of fighting the same battles, actually. They don't feel like they're making any progress somehow, like they're kind of stuck and stagnant. The Seven of Wands in reverse is somebody who's tired of fighting the same battles all the time. This guy's got his hands up, and it just kind of indicates somebody who's sort of over it all, over any kind of drama of any kind. They don't want to fight it anymore. Five of Pentacles. This is somebody who's feeling like they're always kind of looking on the outside of their own life. Like they kind of want to get out there. They want to experience something different, but they're having a hard time kind of leaving the nest. It feels like they're having a hard time deciding what it is that they really want for themselves. Kind of deep, I gotta be real. This is somebody who's really contemplating something this week. You get the Page of Pentacles in reverse. It's another message that kind of goes awry. We're looking at finances here, possibly. And the Six of Pentacles. This is somebody who wants something that feels right for them. It's interesting. We've got the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Wands here. Two sixes right there. This is somebody who really wants to find some kind of soulmate relationship for themselves, whether it's in love, business partnership, something. They feel like they've been missing out on something, and they're not really sure of what it is that they're looking for. They just know they're looking for something else. They're tired of the toxicities they've experienced in their life, and they really want to put down roots. They want to make a commitment to something, but they're not really sure what that is. They know what they want. They're just not sure where to get it, where to look. That's kind of how it feels. I got the Death card in reverse. This is something that's coming back around for a review. There's something, some kind of, something that just won't seem to end. There's something that, like I said, there's something that keeps tying this person to the place that they're in. It goes, the Death card goes right on top of this Devil card and this Hierophant. And these are a lot of major arcana energies. That's why I was saying, guys, this feels like kind of a heavy reading. I gotta be real. It's kind of like the energy of someone who's having to let go of some, or who understands that they need to let go of some major habits, patterns, routines, make some really drastic changes in their life if they want to move forward in any way. And it's kind of something that's been on their mind for a while, but they're just not sure what's going to come next after that. And they're really just not feeling like a sense of knowing where home is. I want to clear this energy out for you. I kind of want to know where it's going to go. And I know that we're kind of up against a time limit tonight. But I just, you know, I just want it to get better. I want you to feel better about this situation, whoever you are, because I sense like kind of a lot of anxiety about it. Just real quick. I got the Two of Wands here. I got to be honest with you. Whoever we're reading for here, whoever this reading is for, I get the sense that there is some kind of partnership that you're seeking. And I have the impression that you may have to extend yourself if you're going to find it. And I think that that is what you feel like you're missing. Like I was saying, it feels like someone who feels like they're missing out on something in life. And I think you're going to have to go after it. I think, see, the Two of Wands is about someone who has like their whole world in their hands, and they really feel like they have an opportunity to extend that toward another person. And it just seems like somebody who keeps kind of like butting up against a wall and needing to kind of get out and make a major change in their life, whether it's a drastic move or a change in career path or something. And I feel like things are moving into place for you, whomever this reading is for, that's going to help you to move forward in whatever area that is. All right, you dig? Okay, that was your reading for the week, Aquarius. Thanks for letting me read for you. Next up, we have Libra. Let's keep going on with this Star Power Tarot for you guys. Page of Cups. Wow, this is great. Page of Cups is a message of love, apology, forgiveness, kindness, friendship, any of those things. It's a nice message, something that you want to receive. It can be a friendship, offer of friendship. On top of that, I have the Strength card, someone who offers a lot of support, and I have the Six of Cups in reverse. Somebody that you may have fallen out with some time ago, maybe coming back around. We are in a Mercury retrograde still until March 4th. Yes, I know. And that's an opportunity for a lot of relationships and things, situationships in our life to come back around for review and reassessment. So this may be an opportunity for you to, rectify a soulmate relationship that kind of went wrong, a friendship, a kindred soul, something like that. Six of Cups is one of our soulmate cards. Doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic interest. Could be a Leo card because we have the Strength card out with that. Could be a Leo, But again, guys, don't get hung up on the zodiac signs that I call out. I only call them out in case they are of significance to you, and don't get hung up on any of the genders either. You'll know if you're a masculine or a feminine energy. It's not about the cards. Anyway, there you go. Let's see more about this Libra. The Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay, this is someone who's made quite a few mistakes in the past. It's possible that they weren't always honest with you, that they did not always tell the truth. The Seven of Swords in reverse, I get the impression that this person kind of wants to come clean with you. They want to tell you the truth, and they want to heal some kind of relationship here, and it kind of is taking a lot of their courage to come towards you. So do be kind and gentle to the best of your abilities, yes, with this person when they come towards you. If you can. Three of Cups, upright, good sign. That's a reconciliation. Oh, I like it. Okay, you know what? I'm going to leave that at that because I'm going to clarify with another deck. Oh, this makes me happy. Okay. I always like it when people can come together and heal relationships, you know, if it's like apologizing or just offer, you know, just extending some kind of friendship. I like seeing that. Let's see. Perfect Star in reverse. Okay, so getting a little bit more about this. This is the card of Aquarius. That might ring a bell for you. But the Star card is someone who you would kind of... I mean, it's possible that I don't know if this is a friendship that you had, that whether it was a love relationship or a business relationship, I don't know, family relationship, something like that, just a friendship. The Star in reverse, though, would be somebody that you put a lot of your faith in, a lot of your trust in. There was a lot of that was damaged at some point. Okay. And I have the Lovers card out with that, which is the card of Gemini. We have 1, 2, 3 major arcana. So we have Leo, Aquarius, and Gemini here. Take your pick. Yep. Like I said, I do call it out if it is of significance. Okay. So this is, the Lovers card is a card of choice, and it would indicate like a love relationship, somebody wanting to come back towards you and express dissatisfaction with the way that they had behaved in the past. Okay. And I do see reconciliation here, and I do like seeing that. I get the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, so Four of Wands is another one of our soulmate cards, but guess what? Both of these are in the reverse. I mean, this feels like someone who must have done quite a bit of damage in the past. Oh, caused a lot of upheaval and possibly instability in your life. Okay, but... I get the Ace of Cups crossing it, though. It's like a brand new beginning. Okay, so, you know, I'm not really one of those readers that's like all sunshine and lollipops, and I don't think that there's always going to be some kind of reconciliation, but the truth is, this is what the cards say. Like, these are the cards that have come out. You have the Ace of Cups, which is a brand new love relationship. Now, guess what? It came out on its side on top of this Three of Cups, which is... it kind of tells me you're in the driver's seat of what you do with this information that's coming towards you. Now, this is someone who wants to offer an apology, and they want to offer the potential of a reconciliation here. Now, I see that there's been a lot of damage that's been done here, and I see that you are considering this, okay? That's just kind of what it looks like. This person's intentions, it looks to me like they are... I feel like they're good. Let's see. I get the Sun in reverse. Ooh. So that again, another major arcana card. Also the card of Leo. We've got Leo out 2 times here. Interesting. So the Sun, though, whenever it comes out in the reverse, there's like a need for healing in this situation. Okay, so if this is your reading, you'll know it, you'll understand it. But the Sun in reverse it tells me that somebody here really needs some kind of healing, some kind of reconciliation here. I don't know if it's you or if it's the other person. I have the High Priest. Good heavens, kids. This is a major thing, whoever I'm reading for. I have the High Priestess in reverse. That's the card of Pisces, but that's someone who kind of is, it can be naive. They maybe don't learn their lessons. It goes right on top of that Seven of Swords. I think this might be why this Ace of Cups is coming out on its side, why I say you're in the driver's seat of what you do with this message of reconciliation. And I think that you're not feeling very trustworthy in this. Now, this person's intentions, while they are good, I think you do question the amount of healing they've actually processed. And I think that you're very aware of any red flags. And I think that you're a little bit leery of it. I have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I get the, oh man, this is like, this is not what I want to hear. I want this to get improved. Ace of Swords in reverse, all of a sudden my throat's all clogged up. Like, I want this to work out the right way, but I think that you're on the right track for questioning it, and I think that's why I had to get out another deck. There's someone here caused a lot of upheaval, and so all I can say is that with whatever this situation is here for you, this Ten of Wands in reverse, it's something that you've already dealt with in the past, okay? So it was quite a heavy burden for you in the past. It's already been dealt with once before, and so I think that that's why you might be questioning it, on the fence about this. I just would encourage you to allow them to you know, say what they want to say, and this is not me being a bossy boss, I promise, but just hear them out, because they may need that kind of healing. And if that's something that you can offer to them, I see that there's been quite a bit of damage done here. If that's something that you can offer to them, though, I mean, it will help you to, you know, maybe forgiveness will be a good thing for you, right? I mean, you'll know how to deal with the situation, but that just kind of looks like what it is. I get that they have very good intentions. It's just kind of, do they have the follow through that you're looking for? Okay. All right. That was your reading for the week, Libra. We'll see how it goes next week. Next up, we have Gemini. I'm going to use the Tarot of Dreams for you guys. Hang tight. Let me get a drink of water. Excuse me. Someone is going to have a hard time talking, I think, to the Libras. Like, there's like a true sense of nervousness, I think. And I know sometimes those are hard conversations. All right, Gemini. What do we have for you guys? I got the Moon card out for Gemini. Interesting. That's the card of Cancer. Also another major arcana card, kind of hitting a big heavy energy. Moon card can be about underlying issues. It can be about addressing those things this week. Let's see. I have the Eight of Swords right here. I have to take it off for some reason. The Eight of Swords is kind of about not talking about how you're really feeling, kind of procrastinating something. That makes a lot of sense. It's somebody who's kind of brushing things under the rug, just kind of like hoping that the situation goes away and kind of hoping that they don't have to deal with it. It's like, I got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This is like something that's not like something that's going anywhere. It's not growing the way that you want it to. Okay. Well, knowing that, that's too many. Hold on. It was the Palace of Coins, though, that flipped out. This deck is the Tarot of Dreams by Sarah Marchetti, and it has a few extra cards in it. And the Palace of Coins in reverse would be kind of like a tremendous upheaval. I think that's the thing that's being brushed under the rug, is that acknowledgement of whatever this would be like a lot of upheaval. And it's like the energy of not wanting to deal with it. Now, guys, as far as tarot cards go, don't get very stressed out about it or anything like that. Some of these they're just energies. And while some of them are much heavier than others, some of you may experience them as like little blips in your life, and others of you may experience them as like bigger storylines in your life. So just take it as it resonates and don't get too stressed out about it. And sometimes it's not your week, right? And maybe it is next week, and that reading will resonate more clearly for you. But in any case, whoever I'm reading for today, we have somebody who's kind of in an energy of restriction, not talking about something, and we got the Page of Wands in reverse. It could be like an energy of flirtation that they don't, that didn't go the way that they wanted it to. They're just kind of sweeping it under the rug. Or the Page of Wands is kind of like a child left unattended with a box of matches, is what I always say. Infinite possibilities, but none of them are great. This is someone who is potentially, it's a potentially inflammatory situation. Possibly it can feel like something that could get out of hand really quickly. Excuse me. It's just definitely an energy of not wanting to discuss things. And I have the Seven of Cups in reverse, which can be kind of a illusionary energy. And I have the Seven of Swords, so we got two sevens on top of each other. And the Seven of Swords is someone who doesn't tell the truth. Boo. Okay. That's twice out for the Seven of Swords with a couple of different decks for the air signs tonight. And that's all about telling the truth. It's about expressing your truth. And like I always say with the Seven of Swords, he gets such a bad rap. You know, he's called the lying cheater card of the deck, but really there are a lot of reasons why people don't always tell the truth in situations. It can be, it's typically fear-based emotion for sure, but I don't know. Here we go. So we have the Magician over here at the end, which is someone who kind of starts to take matters into their own hands. They start to use their own sense of intuition to kind of work out some kind of situation here. I'm not sure if we have a situation where someone hasn't been telling you the whole truth about a situation, or you haven't been expressing your whole truth. And it just kind of feels like one of those things where you think expressing your truth may cause some kind of powder keg spiral of some sort, or the other person in your environment might feel that way. Yeah, no. Yeah, the Six of Pentacles here. You know, it could be something. The Six of Pentacles is about a lack of give and take. It's about a lack of reciprocity. It's I'm not getting what I deserve in this situation. We could have someone who's kind of feeling that way in a situation, and it's kind of starting to eat at them a little bit, and they maybe need to just kind of start expressing some of their more pressing needs. Perhaps. Let's see. I have the Sun card out here. Perfect. That's the second time out for the Sun card for the air signs tonight too, which is about a need for healing in a situation. And it's about communication. That's really what it is in this situation. We have people who aren't telling the truth about what they need. And I think that's going to be the key over here. The Sun is the card of Leo, but it's about healing, and it's about addressing the issues that need to be addressed. It's like exposing it to the light, right? Taking that veil of illusion off and starting to talk about what it is that you need to talk about. Now, this Magician over here who's kind of taking matters into his own hands, how does that go? Page of Swords in reverse. It doesn't go well. No, Page of Swords in reverse is, you know, it's something that somebody doesn't want to talk about. It's a message they don't want to send. I mean, this can be a lover's quarrel. This could be in a family dynamic. This could be in a work environment. Oh, I just don't want to send the email. It just is going to cause so much conflict. Or it can be something bigger, you know. Take it as you will. But the Page of Swords in reverse is somebody who's going to have to deal with it. Doesn't want to deal with it, gonna have to. Two of Cups, that's the only way we're gonna have any kind of reconciliation, is if we get it all out on the table here. Two of Cups is about a divine partnership. It is a soulmate relationship of some sort, but it is a partnership. So whether this is a situation in your love life or your career, the only way out of this is if somebody becomes the bigger person. They use their resources of communication and skill of, you know, smoothing a situation and telling the truth at the same time. Very good on you. That's the only way this is going to get solved and fixed. But I think that you're the person who is up for the job. Sounds like a tough, tall order, but I think you can do it, whoever you are. I think you've just been putting it off because it seemed like it was possibly going to be inflammatory, but I think we're at the point, if it's coming out in your tarot reading, then it's going to have to be addressed, right? Okay, and that's what the Eight of Swords energy was over there, was kind of coming out of restriction and starting to express yourself. All right, very good. Now we are on to our Leos. Thanks, Gemini, for letting me read for you. I'm going to go over here to this Deviant Moon Tarot. Let's see what we have for Leo. Ace of Swords out for you guys too. Interesting, but this is somebody who's trying to decide if they want to make contact with someone. That's interesting because I see that you're kind of the one who's in charge of taking action here. This is the Fool card. This is about whether or not you want to start some kind of new endeavor with someone. Very good. Or something. If you want to take action, you're trying to make a decision, and it seems like you're trying to make a decision if you want to talk to someone about something. At the Queen of Wands, that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. That's you. Oh, this is great news. This is right in the middle of your reading. You are finally feeling like yourself again. Very good for the first time in a while. Someone who takes action, someone who goes after what it is that they want. And you are very, very blessed with a creative spirit, and whatever it is that you are hoping to do here will probably be well received. Let's look here. I have the Three of Wands here. Oh, this is great. That's about manifestation energy. The Three of Wands is the minor arcana version of the Magician for me. It's about deciding what it is that you want and taking the steps to achieve it. Very good. And knowing that because you have done that, not just now, but also in the past, that the things that you have been working towards are coming towards you. Very good. And nicely done, Leo. Have the Justice card. Very good. Didn't want to come out. Justice card. Very good in the upright position, though, which just means there's a sense of overall fairness coming towards you, a balance coming towards you. This is the card of Libra, but it's also legal matters going in your favor, paperwork being processed properly, things working out for you. Very good. Checking all of those boxes and crossing the T's and dotting the I's, all of that good stuff. Let's do this. Let's do the Star Power Tarot for you guys. I don't know why that was hard. All right, tell me what this Ace of Swords Fool thing is here, where you're trying to decide where you want to, what's this communication situation? The Magician, very good. What were we just saying? The Three of Wands is my minor arcana version of the Magician. Good job. So we have the Magician out for you. This is someone who wants to make a major change in their lives, and they realize all of a sudden that they have the absolute capacity to do so. The Magician has every single elemental tool at his disposal, on his table, her, his, whatever. And he knows how to use it. He knows how to get things done. That's you. Good job. And you are creating quite a future for yourself, but there is something that you want to go after, and all of a sudden I think that you have the insight to do it. I think that doing this is going to free you up into feeling really good, and I think this is all happening this week. What is it? Star in reverse. Okay, this is something that you've been putting off for a long time. The Star is a card of divine blessings. Okay, it's I always call it Pandora's box. It opens up the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's all about life's learning lessons, and it's about life's learning lessons that transform themselves into great blessings once you've learned them. Now, whenever we have it in the reverse, I have someone who's been delaying these blessings, and they've been doing it on purpose. Almost, it feels like kind of holding themselves back from achieving something or gaining something in their life that they've wanted to do for a long time. This is something that you want to pour yourself into, whether it's another person or whether it's another path in some way, and you feel like you're guided to do so. I think you're taking action this week in whatever way. You've been on the fence in the past. You're not going to be anymore. What is this over here? I get the Four of Swords. And the Queen of Wands again, you nuts. Why do I have you with the Four of Swords here? The Four of Swords is someone who's like, I need to pump the brakes. I got to have a break. I got to have a timeout, okay? Because, okay. It's like all of a sudden this person kind of, I'm sensing there's been some past insecurity and like recent past insecurities about something, something to do with you, where you keep pumping the brakes on yourself, kind of holding yourself back. But here you are 2 times out, and you've got the Magician basically out here twice. Good grief. You're someone who's very capable, but you have been insecure about something, and that's why you haven't been taking action in the past. And you're still kind of feeling that way, and whoever I'm reading for, I need to have you not feel that way. I got the Five of Wands in reverse. You're just going back and forth in your head about this. Why are you doing that? I see that there's a lot of potential here for whatever it is. I think that's what it is. You're nervous about what this is going to unleash in your life in some way. You're not sure you're ready. I think you are. What is this Justice card? I get the Ace of Cups. You know that. So the Ace of Cups is, again, about that brand new love relationship, but the Ace of Cups really represents the Holy Grail. And the Holy Grail is only filled by, you know, a higher power, right? A holy power. And that is why it continually runneth over, capiche? And here's the thing. When we have that connection to that higher power, our cup is always running over. And so when you have reached this state, you are able to offer that to another person, right? And attract someone else who has the same thing towards you. You're there. You just have to decide that you are. Whenever we have it on top of this Justice card, which is the card of Libra, in case that's of significance to you, it tells me things are coming back into balance. And so you're going to just have to start trusting yourself with these intuitive, I don't know, impulses that you've been receiving lately. You're going to have to make contact with whomever, whatever this situation is for you in your life, because that, I think, is ultimately going to lead you into feeling much more like yourself than you have in the past. You've been suppressing these urges for whatever reason. I get the impression it's because of some insecurities that have been, you know, pretty deeply rooted for whatever reason, but I encourage you not to feel that way because you're beautiful. I just hear, just beautiful. So stop. All right, that was your reading for the week, Leo. All right, Aries, you are up next. Thanks, Leo. Here we go. Aries. Five of Swords, on its side. Okay, so the Five of Swords can be an energy of gossip or verbal bullying of some sort. It can be kind of like a win at all costs. It could just be a reminder for you, or, you know, of being mindful of maybe not being a right fighter. I'm not saying that you are, but or maybe that being someone in your environment that you may have to deal with in the near future, and just see it for what it is and understand that it doesn't have to be that way. I have the Hierophant card here on top of that. That's the card of Taurus. It's the card of marriage. It could be like a marital scuffle where you kind of need to remind yourself that you don't always have to be in that superior position, and you can be supportive, and you can you know, allow, like, is it that important is what I'm hearing. I have the Two of Pentacles here. This is somebody who is trying to put one foot in front of the other. This is someone who's juggling a lot this week. You have a lot on your plate. Oh, golly. We have a lot of changes happening this week for some of you. And I've got the Ten of Wands. Okay, so it could be a week. Okay, so just bracing yourself a little bit. It could be a challenging week for energies, and basically all that means is just kind of batten down the hatches and do a little bit of extra self-care, just because I have the Ten of Wands that comes out here on its side, which is kind of like a heavy burden. And if you just even look at the illustrations here on the cards, if I can get it in there without a glare, we have one guy who's trying to keep all these balls up in the air, and then we have this other guy who's trying to push all these this heavy cart up the hill while he's got such a heavy load already that he's carrying. And it's just an awful lot to deal with, and you may just be someone who's dealing with a lot of transitions and changes this week, and you may just have a little bit extra. So just be mindful of your words and be mindful of the care that you take of yourself and others around you. And I think it might just be a reminder of that. And I have the Chariot in reverse. This is someone who feels kind of fatigued. I can see why. But it will pass and it will get better, because sometimes these energies just float through and they're here for a week, right? And they clear out, and next week's easier because you're back into a routine that you recognize again, or something like that. What goes with this Chariot? Thank you. The Seven of Pentacles, exactly. Just wait it out and it's going to clear out just fine. Don't sweat it. But it's also the energy of waiting for something that you've worked really, really hard for to become kind of prosperous. One more out with this. Five of Wands. Okay. Waiting on something to get worked out. You're kind of in an energy. This is, I gotta be real with you. It feels like kind of an energy of, like, there's a lot of conflict around you right here. Let me get this traditional Rider-Waite. The Five of Wands is somebody who's kind of battling with themselves in their heads, kind of going back and forth. You got two fives here. Actually, you got three, because the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Hierophant is also the number 5 in the deck. So fives are about chaos and conflict that bring change, necessary change that is just part of transitions. Transitions are always the chunkiest timeline. You know, it's always difficult moving from one thing to the next. So just brace yourself. And again, just be very kind with your words towards yourself and other people. Know that you may be dealing with a lot, and you may have your patience tested a little bit this week. Just by your environment, situation, workload, other people. I have the High Priestess out. On top of that, now with this inner knowledge, you can come in and you'll just be an absolute boss about the whole thing. The High Priestess is someone who watches from a distance. They watch things, they observe things. They're very quiet, they're silent, they keep their words to themselves. They only talk when necessary. This will be you. You are the peacekeeper this week. That's what I'm hearing. So all of this stuff that's happening could be happening in your environment, but it's something that you're going to be absolutely able to control. High Priestess is the card of Pisces, incidentally. Thank you. I have the Three of Cups in reverse. Yeah. So the Five of Swords energy, remember I was saying it can be verbal bullying. It can be an altercation of some sort. It can be kind of a win at all costs energy. Okay. And the Three of Cups in reverse, it can be an energy of lack of reconciliation. Or it can just be kind of a fallout between friends, loved ones, that kind of thing. So yeah, so there is that. But I have someone who learns how to keep quiet about things. I have someone here who learns, you know, what I was saying, what's important. What are we fighting for? What's really important here? Nine of Wands. This is the Wounded Warrior card. It's about boundaries. Okay, so we may have somebody who's trying to set up new routines and things like that, where we have you know, shifts in things, dynamics in a household or something like that, and all of a sudden we've got some old wounds coming up, you know, things like that. Like I said, again, keep the patience, you know, keep the peace. Somebody here is learning how to put up healthier boundaries about things, learning how to express themselves, express their needs before we get to this point, right? Yes. Look, I have the Nine of Pentacles that came out on top of that. So you got a bunch of fives and a bunch of nines here. This is actually a great week for you. I know it sounds stressful and it sounds like it's kind of a lot, but actually there's the potential for a lot of healing here and a lot of creation of independence here in some kind of situation, because the Nine of Pentacles is about someone who is highly independent, but also she speaks to a lack of codependency. There's the potential for, yes, possibly some fallout here, but also some healing in this situation where we work on establishing a better new normal is kind of what we have potentially. You're like, I don't think so. The Fool in reverse came out. It was the exact opposite of what I just said. No, the Fool card would be about a brand new beginning, but the Fool in reverse is someone who's saying like, well, no, it's not. It's always been this way and it's always going to be this way. Again, I don't know. Maybe you've been waiting to see some kind of change. Maybe that's what sparks this conflict of some sort. I don't know. Again, the potential right fighting. Oh, dear. Two of Cups in reverse. Guys, so Two of Cups in reverse, that can be like a dissolution of a partnership. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is too much. Maybe it has been something that you've been fighting with for a long time. Maybe you do have to let somebody or something go. I don't know. Nines are about cycles of completion. They really, really are. You've got the Nine of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles right here, and you do have all those fives, which are a lot of chaos and conflict that do bring change. Two of Cups in reverse is about a dissolution of a partnership in some way, or it can just be the fallout of a partnership in some way because you're not seeing the new beginning that you need, feel like you do need to see here. I got the Page of Pentacles here. Honestly, it came out in the reverse, but I turned it upright. So the Page of Pentacles in reverse is somebody who you're not seeing enough growth from. I turned it in the upright because I want to see, for some reason, I want this situation to get better. For some reason, I feel like it's being affected by a lot of environmental stressors. And I feel like it's not time to throw the baby out with the bathwater. You know what I mean? I feel like this is there's one side of this partnership, whatever, or pairing situationship that would like to try again. I've got the Fool card here. I got the Page of Pentacles here. But then there's somebody else here who's just having a bad week and kind of struggling with it, I think. And that's why I think you shouldn't get too upset about it. And I think think there's a lot of potential for growth actually this week in this partnership, but somebody's going to have to give up the right to being like the prize fighter winner of the week. Somebody's going to have to let some things go. Somebody's going to have to, I'm not saying admit that they're wrong necessarily, but not have to be right about something, you know. And I'm not saying that's necessarily on your side or anybody's. I don't know. Anyway, that was your reading for the week. Thanks, Aries. Next up, we have Sagittarius. I'm going to continue on with this Tarot of Wonderland for you guys. Maybe. Seven of Wands, what? This is like a lot of things coming at you all at once. This is somebody who feels like they have a superior position. However, they are having to fight off a lot. Very similar to that Aries, or yeah, it was Aries, right? Just a minute ago. That Aries energy where we just have a lot of action coming towards you. Just like a lot of energy coming towards you this week, okay? Things that you have to deal with. Again, could be new routines, could be new habits, something like that. I have the Ace of Cups in reverse. This can be a fallout in a love relationship, or this can just be, I don't want to say the wrong thing. Hold on. Thanks. Okay, the Moon card. That's the card of Cancer, but it's really about addressing underlying issues in a situation. It can be, this combination, honestly, can be kind of like an argument about some kind of underlying issues within a relationship. All right. I got the Nine of Cups though. Okay, so this is something that you move on from pretty quickly. This Nine of Cups energy is about wish fulfillment. I get the impression, I'm going to clarify with another deck, but I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking I'm telling you where I think this is headed. I think that we have two people who have not been communicating about some underlying issues in a relationship, and those things are all starting to come out, and it sends us in a direction that we weren't necessarily expecting, but one that ultimately leads to wish fulfillment and happiness. Okay, okie dokie. I hope I'm on the right track here. I have the Ace of Swords that comes out here, which is a message that it's like words that need to be spoken, words that need to be said is kind of what I'm hearing. It's something that I think you need to kind of speak about to someone else, needing to tell your truth about something in a situation. That's the Ace of Swords there. You've got two aces out here already. This could be a new relationship that you're dealing with, whether it's in love or friendship or something. I feel like you've been through some things with this person, but I don't think that people have been like sharing that much of themselves somehow, because we have a lot of unanswered questions here is what I'm hearing. I have the Chariot. Well, look at that. Everything's changing, and somebody could be physically moving too with the Chariot card. Chariot can also indicate a new card, a new car. The card of Cancer is the Chariot. There we go. Alrighty. So there's some kind of change. There's some kind of momentum that happens once we start talking about something here. Perfect. We have the Six of Wands. Very good. And the Star card, interesting. So the Six of Wands is like a homecoming. It's like someone who finds themselves at home, who has a tremendous sense of peace that comes from whatever this situation is. Now, the Star card is the card of Aquarius, but it's about divine blessings. Very similar energy. I always call the Nine of Cups my minor arcana version of the Star card, right? So you get a lot of divine blessings coming towards you, whoever you are, and whatever this communication is with this other individual, it feels like it clears something out and allows for a lot of movement and change to happen. I'm gonna get nosier in a minute. Now I have the Queen of Cups. You're nuts. What? That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, feminine energy. But it's about someone who can finally express their heart and give their heart away to someone whom, and they want to. Like, she's extending her cup to someone. That's good. She's not just holding it towards herself anymore. She feels like she can finally relax and let someone in. Wow, very good job. All right, let's use the Star Power Tarot. All righty, what was this whole moon Ace of Cups, Seven of Wands conflict about? Because this is something that you've either just experienced or something you're about to experience. Eight of Swords. Yeah, these are just people who haven't been talking to one another. They haven't been expressing how they feel about things. They've kind of been procrastinating it, is what I understand. What is it that they want to talk about so much? King of Wands. Ooh, that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, masculine energy. That might be you. This is somebody who wants to express like their... feels like commitment. The King of Wands is like highly passionate. They see what they want, they go after it. They're highly sexually passionate. They take charge. They lead the troops into battle. They are brave. This is someone who has not always been brave with expressing their feelings verbally. That's changing all of a sudden. Now I have the Eight of Cups. There's someone who's regretting walking away from this situation in the past. It feels like there was someone who did walk away from this and they're still kind of on the fence about it. I feel like we have somebody here who comes back towards you and they want to like fix it by getting the issues out in the open. This Eight of Cups energy is someone who's still kind of hanging on emotionally to someone else. And there's someone else here who can tell and they want to take action to kind of like... I don't know, Justice in reverse, which is the card of Libra. I was going to say, I don't know if they're trying to convince someone to come back towards them or what's happening, but the Justice in reverse can be someone who's feeling like things are off balance or unfair in a situation. It's the card of Libra, and I have the Nine of Cups on top of the Nine of Cups. So all of a sudden... This person is starting to see, I get the impression that they're seeing you as wish fulfillment now all of a sudden. And I get the impression that you are questioning that in some way. And while they're like going full gas, no brakes, you're kind of nervous about some kind of emotional attachment you may have to them or something you're having a hard time walking away or just, I don't know, something kind of muddy like that. Kind of addressing this sort of a lack of communication in some way. Four of Pentacles. This is somebody, yeah, Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups here. There's someone who's having a hard time letting go of someone. There's someone who is trying to move forward, but they're kind of stuck like Chuck to somebody. And it's because, why? They see them as they see you as wish fulfillment. I got the Nine of Cups out twice and the Star out. And I don't know what that means for them though. And I think that's what, I don't think you know what that means for them either. Like I feel like there are some underlying issues here that you guys just haven't been discussing. There's been no communication here. I mean, not any like reasonable communication I'm getting, but there's some time that there's somebody who starts reaching out and starts expressing how they're feeling all of a sudden, and now the tables are turning. There's like a shift happening, and now all of a sudden someone feels like they have found like everything that they want in you, and all of a sudden I feel like you're kind of feeling the same way, which you know I'm not usually kind of skeptical about stuff like that, right? You know, but it seems like this person's kind of figuring it out. I got the Death card on top of that. It kind of feels like this is a finality, like whatever choice is made here this week about whatever relationship, situationship this is, it kind of puts an end to something so that something else can begin, whether it's with this same person or whether it's with another person. It's kind of muddy water for me to tell what it is that you're going to want to do, because on one hand I have you with this Queen of Cups, but I'm not sure. I mean, I feel like she's kind of looking towards this King of Wands. But I got the Five of Wands. It's like, this is why this is no clear ending, because I feel like I have two people here, each on both sides of this reading, in whatever situation this is, that go back and forth in their own heads about how it is that they really feel for one another, and beyond that, what it is they see for themselves in the future, and is it going to be possible for them to align to create one future for them together. And I feel like there's some kind of hitch and a giddy up here where one person may be needing to relocate or something like that. and there's some kind of restriction. Somebody's not talking about something. This is kind of deep. This is how this goes. This is what I'm hearing. This is a fairly specific reading. It may not be for you. And I think the reason why it's so muddy is because there's such a lack of communication. And really and truly, usually isn't that the reason why most relationships get kind of muddy, is because there's such a lack of communication for whatever reason. Communication is key. All right, Sagittarius, I'm going to check back in with you next week because that was kind of clear as mud to me. But I figure if it was your reading, then you'll know what we're talking about. I bless you and hope the best. Happy Valentine's Day. All right, next up we have Ophiuchus. Let's see what we have for you guys. I'm going to use this Tarot of Dreams. At the Seven of Pentacles, waiting on something. Very good. And the Judgment card, very good. Okay, that's a good sign in the upright. I like that. That's something, there's kind of like a light bulb moment, an awakening of some sort. With the High Priestess in reverse, that's the card of Pisces. Someone who's been waiting on something. Kind of not seeing something until recently. Hold on, let me put these back in 1 second. There we go. Temperance in reverse, that's the card of Sagittarius. Let me get one more out with this deck. I'm going to have to clarify with a whole nother deck because this is, we got 3 major arcanas there, and then I've got the Page of Swords on the tail end right there in the upright position. So basically, Ophiuchus, this is kind of how this is going. I feel like you're waiting on something, and we've got some kind of major wake-up call that happens here this week, and it feels like a really good sign. However, with this High Priestess in reverse, it's kind of an energy that's been kind of like in denial, or somebody who's kind of been, you know, not necessarily paying attention to some of the more important things in their life, and it's caused some kind of imbalance with this Temperance card here. But I think we are going to have some kind of a shift, but we may be dealing with like some of the kind of the ramifications of that sort of energy of instability right there. Just a little bit of a hitch this week. Let's see. This Page of Swords is kind of an energy that wants to come out and start talking. I'm not sure what that is. Pages are messengers. Page of Swords is a message, but it seems like it's going to be a good one. Let me clarify with this deck. What is it that you're waiting for? This is interesting because you just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single cards out at a time, which is why I say I'm going to have to clarify with another deck because that's not enough information for me to go on. I don't usually get just single cards all the way across. It's kind of unusual. I got the Ace of Wands. Ooh, okay. So the Ace of Wands is the most sexually passionate card we have in the entire deck, other than the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Devil, right? So the Ace of Wands goes right on top of that Seven of Pentacles, which is kind of this energy of waiting for somebody to, I don't know if you're waiting for someone else to take action in a situation, or if you're waiting to take action in something. It can be something that you're just really drawn to do. It could be another person that you're highly attracted to, or they're highly attracted to you. I don't like the idea of you waiting on anything or anybody. I got the Magician on top of that. That's the card of Aries. The Magician is somebody who takes action. They take matters into their own hands. And whenever we have the Ace of Wands and underneath that, like that, that's a lot of... that's really powerful energy of getting things done this week. I'm not sure why we have this Seven of Pentacles right here. Oh, okay. Well, it could just be an energy of you really, really putting a lot of your heart and soul into something and waiting for it to kind of to grow into maturity in some way. And it looks like whatever you've been investing yourself, your energy into, it was a good choice. It looks like it was a good choice. And right now would be a great time for you to throw even more energy into it. This week, do even more. Do everything that you can for whatever these goals are that you're kind of, manifesting in your life. I'm sorry for the overuse of the word manifesting. I know I'm sick of it too, but that is kind of the energy of that. All right. And what does that mean, really? It kind of just means, like, what are the goals that you have for yourself in your life, and how do you want to get there? And it's kind of like an extra blessing of energy in your direction. So if there is something that you want to go after, this would be a good week to do that. You will have a lot of supportive energy behind you to do so. Alrighty. I got the Nine of Swords in reverse. Oh, wow, this is great. So if you've been experiencing a lot of depression, anxiety, stress, worry, anything like that, this comes out right underneath the Judgment card. It tells me that those times are ending for you. This is good. I like this. I don't know what those were for you, but I think that we have a shift happening because we have some kind of, it's like a wrapping up of a cycle. So nines are about almost reading completion point, right? Tying up little loose ends. The Judgment card is the second to the last card in the deck of tarot, okay? And so we know that we're closing out cycles, we're preparing for the future, and you've done a really good job, and we have a lot of release of past negative energies that have kind of just been hanging around in your field for a while. And I think that they're getting whooshed out. Whooshed, that is a technical term. Whooshed. Nine of Wands, I got two nines, one right on top of the other. And the Nine of Wands is someone who is, and it comes out on the side here, which tells me that you have, oh, wow. Okay. Started to learn how to put up healthy boundaries for yourself, which is great. This could be the wake-up call. Interesting. That no longer allows toxic energies into your life that were causing some of these upheavals, maybe some of these stresses, that sort of thing. That's good. I like that. And I think you might be learning how to manage your time and your energy. That may be something that's on your mind this week, Ophiuchus. Now, what is this High Priestess in reverse? I got the Strength card. Ooh, very good. I like this. This is learning, this is about self-discipline. This is about overcoming obstacles. It can be overcoming negative aspects of yourself, shadow sides of yourself, if you will. Very good. I think maybe in the past you had been avoiding it for some reason. You know, everybody does, I guess, from time to time, right? And it looks like that's an energy that's closing out. Five of Pentacles upright, which is kind of like an energy of feeling like left out of a situation or feeling a feeling of lack in general. That's kind of what you've been living in or dealing with for some time in some way. It can manifest in any way, area of your life, whether it's financial, social, emotional, romantically, whatever, pick one. So I think you're going to be coming out of that. And really the reason that you're coming out of it is because you're learning to master your own emotions and kind of focus more on the future and letting go of some old toxicities. And I feel like you're learning how to create healthier boundaries. So good job, whoever you are. It's actually quite impressive. This Temperance in reverse, what's this? Oh, fabulous. You got the Nine of Cups here for you guys too. That's about wish fulfillment in a three-dimensional way. That is goes right under that Temperance in reverse. A little bit more about that. Hold on. Temperance is the card of Sagittarius. You might be Saggy Cusper. Ophiuchus runs right between, I think it's November 29th through December 17th. A lot of you will resonate with a Scorpio as well or a Sagittarius. Okay. With this, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay. It's possible that things... you're kind of, it's possible that you may be addressing what it is that you truly want in your romantic life this week. And it could be possible that you are maybe retracting some of your energy from another person, like, and maybe that's part of you learning these healthy boundaries. And maybe that's because the Temperance card is all about self-discipline, right? And that's what we were talking about a second ago with that Strength card. Temperance is all about our habits, our routines, what we demand of ourselves and other people in relationships, and what we create from ourselves for the future, our future selves, right? Because tempering something, tempering steel in order to create the tool that you need it to be, right? That's what you are asking of yourself here. And you're taking a really hard look at your past relationships and where they have been positive for you and where they have kind of inhibited your growth. Okay. I have the sun in reverse here. That means there's a need for looking in towards healing here. And that goes right under that Page of Swords there. We have you reaching out to someone this week, or them reaching out to you to heal a situation. I have the King of Wands out here for you guys too. Same thing we had up above for, I want to say it was Saggy too, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, masculine energy. This could be the person that's reaching out to you, or you could be reaching out to them. It's somebody who sees where they need to take action in a situation, and that's what they do. They go in bravely, and they have a lot of courage behind themselves whenever they go to address whatever this situation is. If this is with another person, or if this, you know, whatever situation it is, they take action. They're the ones that lead the charge, and they have wise words for the situation. They do. All right, very good. That was your reading for the week of Ophiuchus. I will check in with you guys next week. And up next, we have Scorpio. All right. All right, let's use this Deviant Moon Tarot for you guys. What do we have for Scorpio? Got the Emperor in reverse. Boo. Hiss. Okay, so the Emperor in reverse. Sorry. All right, so the Emperor in reverse. That's the card of Aries, but it's someone who feels like they don't have what they need to support the empire they've been given to maintain. And because of that, they can be prone to bad behavior because they feel like they are coming from a place of lack or insecurity. And because of that, it can manifest as like tyrannical or possibly bullying behavior. I always call the Emperor in the upright the Mac Daddy, and whenever he's in the reverse, I always call him the Boss Baby, because he can behave like a toddler. Of course, this would not be you, right? Impossible, Scorpio. You would never be that way. But it can be a divine masculine in your energy field, like someone that is, because the Emperor is also the card of divine masculine. You may be dealing with someone who's not at their best selves right now as well. We have the Six of Pentacles here. That feels like there's someone who's like trying to claw their way back up into something. The Six of Pentacles is like a lack of give and take. It's like a lack of reciprocity, unrequited kind of feeling. It feels like someone who's oh, geez, I got the Ten of Cups here. There's someone who really, really wants back in. This is what I'm thinking. I think that you may have experienced some kind of bad behavior with this Emperor energy and maybe cut somebody loose. They're really wanting to come back in and establish some kind of happy, harmonious family, home life situation with this Ten of Cups. Okay. And I feel like they have the very most positive and bestest of intentions. However, there you go. I have the Eight of Wands here. There's going to be a lot of fast-moving communication here within whatever this situationship relationship is. Somebody who wants to talk a lot. I'm hearing like a lot of words. Long messages. Brace yourself. All right, the Eight of, oh wow, we got two eights, one right on top of the other. Boy, I got the Eight of Pentacles here. This is somebody who wants to tell you, I mean, long messages about how hard they are willing to work on this, how hard they're willing to work on themselves. I will change, I will do whatever. That's what they're saying. And now I have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, which, as we've talked about a few times tonight, the Nine of Pentacles is the minor arcana version of the Empress. And whenever she's in the upright position, she speaks of independence, someone who's entrepreneurial. They're like a small business owner, a private business owner, whatever. In the reverse, though, it's someone who exhibits codependent behaviors. And it's very similar energy to this Six of Pentacles in reverse, where we have somebody who I said is kind of like clawing their way back up, like wanting to claw their way back up into your good standing, your good graces or something like that. And that is, that's that. And now I have the Death in reverse, which is you. Scorpio, the Death card represents the sign of Scorpio. Sorry about that glare. But in the reverse like this, it tells me in your reading that this has thrown you for a loop. Like it's thrown your life upside down. Having this person, just whatever this fallout has been, has kind of put you into a position of not feeling like your best self and really getting tired of having to deal with it for whatever reason. I think you're finally starting to see this situation for what it is. And although this person has like the very, very best of intentions, you kind of are coming in with like this prove it attitude. And I need like this energy of needing to see that, that there's an actual change. Now, this is the Queen of Cups, which is your card. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, feminine energy, right? And the Queen of Cups is someone who knows her heart. She knows how she feels, and she's not at all capricious about it, about who she gives her heart to. She doesn't make the same mistake in love twice. She's not going to do it, not whenever she's in the upright position. Although whenever you do speak with this individual, you will be speaking to them with an energy of love and kindness, because that is all you have in your heart to give. Yeah. You don't have the intention of hurting this person's feelings, although I have the feeling that you're not sold on this person's words being true. Perfect. Yeah, I got the Nine of Cups in reverse here. This was somebody who I think that you had high hopes for. The Nine of Cups in reverse. It can be an energy of over drinking, overindulgence of some sort, but really it's an energy of having lost hope in a situation, and it's kind of turning away from something. I got the Five of Wands. Yeah, this is somebody who's like, man, I just don't want to fight with the drama anymore. Oh, I'm so over it. Like, I feel like you bring so much instability into my life and I don't want to deal with it anymore. And this other person's saying, oh, but I'm going to change. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And how does it go? I have the Empress here. Look at you. Here's the thing. Remember how I said we had this, which is the Nine of Pentacles, which is the minor arcana version of the Empress? Okay, this Nine of Pentacles was in the reverse. This other person is coming from a codependent space, right? We've established that here. Already we have this person as the Emperor in reverse and all of these other things. They have these great intentions. They have all the right words. They have everything that they want to say, but they've obviously burned you in the past to the point that you're saying, you know what, I'm not sure you're the right person for me. I'm not sure you're going to offer me any kind of wish fulfillment here, and I'm really tired of the drama that you're bringing into my life. You're causing a lot of instability. I don't feel at my best self whenever you're around. However, this person is telling you, like, but I'm going to change. I'm going to do all of these things. And I think here's the problem is that you've actually grown so much as an individual over the recent past that you don't care anymore, because you have realized you are great on your own. You're fine on your own. And so until this Emperor, which let's be real, we got the Emperor and the Empress out here. This is divine masculine, divine feminine, okay? While they are a true pair, it doesn't matter until this Emperor is in the right position. He can't be with the Empress. It doesn't work, okay? We need them both to be in the upright position for them to make the kissy faces work, okay? It doesn't work the other way. It's not going to be a thing. Stop trying to make fetch happen, right? No, that's what you're going to need to tell this person, because I'm sorry, I'm being like super bossy here, but these are your words for you. And I get the impression that you're getting fed up with the situation and you're like, hollow words is what I'm hearing. All right. So what is this Queen of Cups? Because although you're being pretty harsh with your words right now, there is a lot of tenderness that you have for this person. And while you're here, the words that you're hearing, you're liking them. And although you're not believing them entirely, they are kind of intriguing. You are kind of giving this person a second thought. Hold on, we got to start again. Perfect. Darn it all. King of Wands in reverse and the Sun in reverse. The Sun is also one of the cards of divine masculine, in addition to being the card of Leo. And the King of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, if it rings a bell at all. But the King of Wands in reverse is promiscuous behavior, also prone to physical violence even. This is somebody who is not in control of their temper, typically. Very similar to that Emperor in reverse energy, also Aries energy. The Sun in reverse is there's a need for healing. And as we've just already established with your own words for you, you're going to need to see it before you believe it. All right. That's you in a nutshell. And while you still have a lot of tenderness for this individual, again, Show me the money, right? Okay, smarty pants. All right, Scorpio, that was your reading. I love you lots. Let's get to Cancer next. Okay, what do we have for you guys? Let's do this traditional Rider-Waite to start for you. The Tower. All right. Light it up, right? Okay. Well, that's quite a heck of a beginning. So the Tower can be something that comes out of nowhere. Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck. This is a tower moment is something that seems like it comes out of nowhere. It can feel catastrophic. It can feel like the rug being pulled out from under you, something that kind of comes out of nowhere. It isn't always negative. Not always. Let's see what it's about. The Sun. Really? Well, this is kind of major because you got two major arcana cards out and they both are pretty spectacular. What do we say? Fireworks? So the Sun is the card of Leo, and the Tower, it doesn't have a representation of a zodiac sign, but we have, I think what the big shocker is some situation here. There's like a, I don't know if it's a resurrection energy. What is it? Now I got the Wheel of Fortune out on top of that. That's crazy. That's a sorry, I'm such a dork about this, but I mean, it is kind of a crazy amount of energy here. The Wheel of Fortune, that's about good karma. That's about things swinging in the right direction. It's about things moving forward with a lot of positivity here in this situation. Yeah, I know maybe that is the Tower moment because my mind is blown too. I like seeing that. All right, let's find out more because I got to know more about what that is for sure. It's awesome. Do it. Six of Cups in reverse. Okay, here's what it has been. All right, so the Six of Cups is one of our soulmate cards in the deck, right? This is about past life love. This is people who have known each other since childhood, perhaps, or someone who you've grown old with, or you would have the intention of doing so with. Whenever we have it in the reverse, there's been some kind of fallout. I think somebody comes back in this week for some kind of healing, and all of a sudden things start to click into place for the first time to allow this person back into your life, and I think that's the real shocker. I'm so pleasantly surprised myself. Well, I was until the Devil came out. Darn it all. Cancer. What'd you go and do that for? All right, so the Devil, that's the card of Capricorn, all right? And that is a card of addiction. It can be things that we choose to enslave ourselves to. It's very similar energy to the Lover's card, except that the Lovers come together by choice. And the Devil, it feels like it's not a choice, but it usually is. Now, it can be an energy of obsession. And whenever we have the Ten of Swords in reverse here, this tells me that we have a relationship that's coming back around, like that one that just won't go away. Okie dokie. Somebody that you cannot get off your mind. They can't get you off theirs. Look, here's second time out for the Queen of Swords. That was on the bottom of the deck a minute ago. Sorry about the glare. This is someone who sees the truth for the first time in this situation about what it is they want to do here. So regardless of whether or not you end up reconciling with this individual, it's really not about that. What it's really about is the healing that's going to come for this relationship this week. Now, this Devil energy and this Ten of Swords in reverse, I mean, it's not good. It's not great. So it looks like, oh, I don't want to say the wrong thing. I'll clarify with another deck in a minute. Hold on. Perfect. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We got two queens out here. I got the Star card and the King of Swords here. Very good. All right, we're going to leave it at that. So let me get out another deck here so we can kind of get down to brass tacks about what this is about, because I got to know more about this Devil energy. Devil, right? Because I don't love that. First of all, let's back the truck up over here to this Tower card. What's all this about? Got the Six of Pentacles here. This is somebody who wants to come back in and they say, I am the right person for you. I will give you everything that I could possibly ever give you. I will do anything that you ask me to do. I will, I just want to give you anything that you want. That's what I want to do. And I think that is what comes as a crazy shock and surprise, because I have the Six of Cups here. I have the Six of Pentacles here. This is somebody who says, I want equal give and take. I know I haven't been doing it in the past. I want to come in. I want to fix all of this. Okay. So then we've opened up that whole can of worms here. And now over here with this Devil card, where we have this Ten of Swords, which is obviously some kind of resurrection of like a love zombie resurrection here, that you're like, man, I thought we were done here. Now you're all of a sudden starting to look at it again, examine it again, because there are a lot of obsessive thoughts here with this Devil energy from you and this other person, constantly thinking about one another. I've got the Hanged Man here, which is the card of Pisces right on top of it. It's an energy of waiting for somebody else to take action in this situation. You've been waiting to see this other person make whatever change or shift they've needed to make. My question is, are they actually going to? Because they've got you tied up here. I have the Moon card here, which is your card, Cancer. Right in the middle of that, right on top of that Devil Capricorn card. And I mean, you see it for what it is. You see the truth for what it is. And I think that you've been waiting to see some kind of change in this situation. My question is, are they actually going to? Because now I think you have all of the awareness of everything that has happened in this relationship. Somebody's come completely clean in something here. And I have the Four of Pentacles here. There's someone, now, see, this person has still got themselves in an energy of restriction in some sort. Now, in the reverse like this, I get the impression that they want to get out of whatever situation they're in and come towards you. And I don't know what that means. But I got the King of Pentacles in reverse, and I got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Every time this person comes around, it throws you into this situation. That's what it is. Like, it throws you into this catastrophic feeling where for 2 weeks later, you're in this kind of like emotional state. Every single time this person comes around, and that's why you haven't been allowing it into your life. That's why you have been waiting on this person to fix whatever situation it is so that they can like fully come towards you, whatever that means. I don't know why they've been all stuck like Chuck in this little teapot situation over here for so long. I see people that are like a true pair here, because I have the Queen and the King of Swords out here. Two people who want to start talking and they want to start sharing their truth about whatever it is that needs to be spoken here for true healing to happen. And I think there's the energy of people who are going to come together to do that. However, I still get the impression that one person, yep, the Emperor in reverse, card of Divine Masculine in reverse, one person here is still not able to really commit to you in the way that you need them to. And this Star card over here on the end. Thanks. I have the King of Wands in reverse and the Five of Pentacles in reverse also. Once again, I have you feeling quite dissatisfied after this situation ends. And that King of Wands in reverse energy is, again, someone who they lack the bravery that they need to support whatever this situation is. They lack the drive to get them out of this state, out of this hanged man state that they've put you in. I feel like you're the one that's in this hanged man state waiting for them, which I say I would never suggest that you do. And I think that they are like wanting to come back and heal this situation with you and tell you all of the right things and that sort of thing, but you're not. Every time that they come back around, it creates more of this kind of devil obsessive sort of feeling between the both of you. And I think it causes instability in both of your lives every time. And I think that you're both starting to see that and understand that for what it is. And I think that, I mean, I don't know what choice you're going to make here. I think that you're going to hear them out for sure. I think you are actually talking with this person now. And I think that hearing the way that they feel about you is what's really been kind of catastrophic in your life, because they're saying, look, I think that you're everything for me. And you're saying, but I kind of need you to change X, Y, and Z. And until you do that, I don't feel like I can really be with you. And they come in and they say, I want to change X, Y, and Z. And you say, well, did you change X, Y, and Z? And they say, I'm gonna change X, Y, and Z, ... So I think that's kind of where that sits. All right. Anyway, that was your reading for the week, Cancer. We'll see how all that unfolds for you into next week. I do think you're going to hear them out. Alrighty. Next up, we have Pisces. What do we have for you guys? Let's do this Deviant Moon Tarot. Queen of Pentacles. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. You guys got the Tower out too. You're nuts. All right. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, feminine energy. And the Tower out with that. This is somebody who's trying really hard to continue, like, to support everyone in their life. They're trying very hard to create a nurturing environment. They're trying to take care of everything financially. They're trying to take care of the kids, the home, the everything, the jobs, the cars, all the schoolwork. They're trying to do it all. And they're doing a good job. But for some reason, we have this Tower card out here where we have, I get the impression that we may have just some kind of fallout this week where it may just be feeling like too much. I don't know what that Tower is going to be for you guys. Again, doesn't always have to be a negative energy. That Queen of Pentacles is definitely focusing on family, home, their own stability in some way, career even. It's a nurturing card of some sort. Let's see. I have the Ace of Cups coming out on top of that Tower. And it comes out on its side, which is someone who's really deciding what it is that they want for their future, possibly in love, possibly some kind of major new beginning. But all of these cards come out on their side, which is interesting. You guys are the first ones tonight to have all of that happen, which tells me the ball's definitely in your court in whatever this situation is. And you are the driving force behind whatever direction these cards are going to flip. So like I was saying, this Queen of Pentacles, very nurturing, focusing on family, focusing on the her personal environment, his, hers, whatever. Again, don't get hung up on the genders. But whenever it's in the reverse, it's someone who's experiencing a fallout because of all of the instability within their life. And that kind of goes with that Tower here. It's almost like we're in a tenuous position is kind of what I'm hearing. And this Ace of Cups, it can be a brand new love relationship, or it can be a lot of heartache and tears. Okay, so let's see. And I have the Ten of Wands here. And the Ten of Wands is about someone who's carrying a really heavy burden that they're going to have to put down at some point because it's gotten to be too heavy of a load for them to keep carrying on anymore by themselves. And now this, again, on its side. And again, you're the person who's going to have to decide what you put down, because again, I feel like it's like a balancing act, like a tightrope walker kind of is what it feels like. I have the Hierophant in reverse. This is like a major commitment that is on the line here for you. The Hierophant is the card of marriage. It's the card of Taurus. It doesn't necessarily have to be about a marriage specifically, but it's definitely the card of commitment. Something that you had previously chosen to commit yourself to that now is kind of proving to be somewhat burdensome, possibly too much for you. Possibly you're saying, I'm going to have to put something major in my life down, or else all of this is going to topple over. And I'm, again, feeling like I'm in a precarious position. I got the Nine of Wands here. This is someone who's questioning whether they need to put up some boundaries, some tighter boundaries. Man, this little guy, this is the, the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, but I'm sorry about this glare. This little guy is so bummed out. He's so sad, like up in the corner about the choices that he has to make to let something go. And like really regretful of having to do so. That little guy always bums me out. I don't know. And you've got a completely sideways reading here, Pisces. So a lot of choices on your shoulders this week is kind of what it feels like. And I have the Star card out with that. This is the, oh man. So Star card is the card of Aquarius. And again, you have a lot of major arcana here, and I have the Eight of Swords here that came out with that star in reverse. There's some people who really aren't talking with each other much. Very similar energy to that Nine of Wands, that wounded warrior, somebody who's put up a lot of boundaries, someone who's not talking at all about someone about something. This is a major commitment. They're kind of just like trying to put it on the back burner, possibly procrastinating making a decision. The Star card, again, the card of Aquarius, but it is those divine lessons that become blessings later on, but that's kind of like having to deal with the good, the bad, and the ugly of the fallout of making difficult choices in our life, choosing what we align with, that sort of thing, what our path is going to look like. Sometimes while starting something new, like with this Ace of Cups, opens up the doorway for new energy to come towards you. In order to start that new path, you have to turn away from an old one, which means closing other doors, right? And having to let certain things go. Okay. All right, and I got the Page of Cups in reverse. Darn it all. So that's kind of that energy of, and this is the only one that is vertical on this whole spread. So the Page of Cups in reverse is someone who needs to offer an extension of friendship, love, kindness, apology, something like that. And I don't know if that's you or if that's another person. There's definitely some kind of fallout here where somebody feels like they need to possibly consider going in a different direction because they just can't uphold everything that they've been upholding for any longer. It's kind of gotten to be a burden that they can't bear anymore on their own. And again, they feel like they're in a precarious position where if they don't put something down, everything's going to topple. And they feel like they have a responsibility to uphold their immediate environment with that Queen of Pentacles energy right there. I have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. There's someone in this situationship who's been feeling left out, either from you or you from them. There's someone who's been feeling that like they're on the outside in, like they don't have all of the information. I have the Four of Swords in reverse. This is someone, so the Four of Swords can be having to let go of something that you've allowed to define you over time. Like, I am Mrs. So-and-so, or I am so-and-so, and I am a doctor, lawyer, whatever, fill in the blanks. This is someone who maybe has to let go of a title in some way, something that they have allowed to, kind of define them over time, and maybe there's a change in that in some way and having to deal with that in some way. And now I have the Page of Wands here. This is a curious little guy. He's cute as can be. I got two pages out here. This situation could involve children. Of course, with pages, pages can be children. There are also messengers, though. The Page of Wands. He's very curious. He's excited to start something new. So I think that you maybe are moving in a different direction. Maybe you haven't shared that whole truth with everyone else involved in this situation. You're quite excited about it, although you may have to let some people from the past go. And that is something that maybe someone else is kind of feeling upset about that. Maybe people aren't really talking with one another. But yeah, Eight of Cups, it's walking away from something that you just don't really need to continue to have those emotional ties to anymore. I'm hearing that there's the potential to leave this situation in a good way, though, in a healthy way, and I think that's absolutely your intention. But it is a week of having to make a lot of choices, and I think you're doing it, and I think you're actually really excited about the new doorways that are about to open for you. I am actually excited for you. I think that there's a little bit of cleanup that has to be done emotionally with some of these older relationships that you're kind of just not necessarily walking away from, but moving from in a different direction. I mean, this could be for career related. This could be career. This could be love related. I don't know. So take it as you will, but that was your reading for the week, Pisces. All right, I'll catch up with you next week. Next we have Capricorn. Oh, what do we have for you guys? Let's use the Star Power Tarot for you guys. First of our Earth signs. Very good. Oh. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Wands in reverse. Seven of Pentacles in reverse is someone who's getting tired of waiting on someone or something. Two of Wands in reverse is someone who decides that they're not really interested in some kind of partnership anymore. The Two of Wands is probably one of the most lusty cards in the deck, right? It's someone who's definitely seeking partnership. They feel like they have a lot to offer someone. In the reverse, this is someone who's like retreat. They're just tired of waiting on something to come around. Maybe you're getting tired of waiting on someone to join you. It's like I'm hearing it's just getting old. Knight of Pentacles in reverse, absolute standstill. There's no forward movement with whomever, whatever this situation is. You're not seeing any growth. Nothing seems to be changing. Womp womp. All right, let's see more. I got the Hermit on top of that in reverse. I hear that you are just sick of being on your own. Maybe you're someone who's been quite isolated for a long time. Maybe you've been single for a long time. The Hermit is a card of singleness for sure, but it's really about isolation. It's someone who goes within. This is someone who meditates a lot. This is someone who seeks guidance from a higher power. On the regular, right? And whenever we have it in the reverse, I have someone who's kind of getting sick of doing that. Like, oh my gosh, I got to get out there. I got to meet somebody. I got to do something. I'm tired of feeling so isolated is kind of what I'm hearing. I have the Strength card out on top of that. That's the card of Leo. And the Hermit is card of Virgo, incidentally. The Strength card out on top of that. God, give me strength. You can do it. You'll be just fine. Something's probably coming right around the corner for you. Let's see here. I don't know what this Strength card is about because I feel like it's somewhat unrelated to this first bank of cards. Give me a little bit more information. Because the Strength card usually only pops up when it needs to, right? You don't need to be strong unless you're up against some kind of conflict, battle, insert text here kind of situation. Eight of Wands, some kind of fast-moving communication. Some kind of fast-moving communication that sort of bolsters you in some way. I don't know if this communication is something that you want to, I don't know if you want to reach out and speak with someone or you want someone's reaching out and speaking with you. It's the Eight of Wands is about fast-moving communication. We have the Six of Cups that comes out on top of that. That's a soulmate energy. That's what I was saying. That's why I initially said with that Strength card, something is coming towards you, but I had no understanding of why I said that in relation to the Strength card. But I think that it's basically saying have patience and the right thing is coming towards you. This Six of Cups is a soulmate energy, right? One of the soulmate cards in the deck. It speaks of past life love, someone that you've known for a long time, someone that you've grown old with, or that you would be willing to grow old with. Yes, good. Like it. Anything else you want to say with this deck? So if you have been in an energy of singleness, it's possible that that's changing quickly. And I understand that you're getting sick of waiting. I have the Seven of Wands. What? Okay, so the Seven of Wands in relation to a love spread. It can indicate altercations of some sort or drama around you, but it can also indicate having a lot of options in your area, like a lot of energy coming towards you, a lot of people interested in you all of a sudden. I have the Devil in reverse and the Six of Wands in reverse. Very good. And what I'm hearing from all of that is, yeah, but I don't want any of those. All I want is this one person. All I want is this one soulmate. Okay. So, and that's exactly what that says. Your words. Okay. Clear as a bell. All right, let's find out here a little bit more. You got the Seven of Swords here. And again, this is the guy, he gets a pretty bad rap, right? He's kind of our lying cheater card. He's out on its side, though, in this particular case. It's not so much about him being a liar or a cheater. This is someone who is having a hard time telling the truth about how they're feeling, or they're having a hard time swallowing their own truth in whatever situation is. I've got the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. Yeah. And the Seven of Wands. That's what it is. So I'm missing the Seven of Cups. Sevens are about asking for divine guidance in a situation. You know, if you're one of those folks who's been single for a long time and you just kind of can't take it anymore, you're tired of waiting on the right person, you're tired of investing, you know, energy into people who it just doesn't seem to work out for, you kind of know what it is that you want. You feel that you know what it is that you want. I encourage you to, if you're a prayerful person, pray about it. Ask for clarity, ask for guidance. It always works. It always works. And as far as these soulmate energies go, I always tell people the same thing. When it comes to soulmates, it doesn't matter if they have to hit you with their car. They will find a way to find you. You don't have to worry about it. It's just something that already belongs to you. Now, excuse me. This Seven of Swords is someone who I feel like is having a hard time understanding the truth of this. And I think that it's possible that you or someone else in your environment has been fixating on someone and waiting to see a change in another person, or waiting for some specific person to show up, because it's kind of like, that's the only one I want, is kind of what I'm hearing. And it could be a Cancer or a Leo here that you're kind of hanging, or a Virgo that you're kind of hanging around waiting on here. But it's got you turned upside down with that Devil in reverse, because that's your card, Capricorn. The Devil is the card of Capricorn. Whatever it is, this waiting game has got you bored and sick of it. You're not seeing the changes that you want to see. And I think that that's going to change, because I think you're going to start looking in a different direction. I think you're going to start opening yourself up to new possibilities. And I think that when you do, you're going to be shocked and surprised by the amount of options in love that you have that start coming towards you. Now, I heard you say earlier, yeah, but I don't want that. That's not what I want. I have the Justice in reverse, and I have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So here's what, if you're looking at a specific person and you've been waiting on them to kind of get it together and join you in some way, I feel like this person isn't on the same page as you, and they don't see the same reality that you see in some way. And I think it causes stress and anxiety and worry in your life. And I think you're tired of waiting to see what you want to see in them. Now, if you are single as a Pringle, as they say, and there is no one in your life, and you're not seeing anyone romantically at all, because this feels like a love reading for some reason, I get the impression that all you have to do is try a little bit, get out of your shell a little bit, and start talking with people and start opening yourself up. Because I think there's someone in this reading who has been quite focused on, I don't know, maybe a specific person, a specific type, maybe a specific something. And I think letting go of that is what actually will bring you what you want. Yes, what is up? Look at that. That's the Four of Wands right there. That's the second soulmate card out for you. And this is a divinely guided soulmate. That's twin flame energy. That's that 1111 awakening card. Yes, yes, yes. That's what you want. And I think that letting go of all of these other almost mental constructs in a way for yourself is what allows this to come towards you. Look at you, you smarty pants. All right, so I think that whomever you are, if you have been in the energy of a solitude, isolation, singleness, if that has been you, I think that's not going to be the case for long, but you're going to have to let go of some kind of previous ideal that you were holding for yourself within another person or something like that. And I think once you make that shift, you're going to be shocked by all of the options that you have coming towards you. And one of those options is definitely soulmate energy. Yep. Alrighty, next up we have Virgo. Thanks for letting me read for you, Capricorn. Alrighty, if you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can. All that information is around here somewhere. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, after I do all the time stampies, that information is in the About section of this channel. I love reading for you guys. All right, next up we have Virgo. I got the Eight of Wands here. This is great. This is fast-moving communication. This is someone who wants to talk to you. You want to talk to somebody else. This is contracts coming through, ideas, writing something down. I have the High Priestess here that comes out on its side. This is someone who's kind of going deeply within to kind of search out what they want to do about this. A little bit more about that in a second. Hold on. Three of Pentacles. Okay, this is someone who they're trying to decide what kind of partnership they want to form here. This can be in a career relationship. This can be love relationship. Take it as you will. They're just energies and these are just stories, okay? So take it as they apply in your life, if they do at all. So this High Priestess energy, this is the card of Pisces, right? But this is someone who they're trying to make the right decision about something, and they're not sharing the whole truth about what it is they want to do, or they're not sharing the whole truth about an idea that they have for something, because they're just kind of trying to make sure it's the right choice before they kind of bleh it all out, right? Because it's kind of like once it's out there, it can't be put back in. Okay, so this Three of Pentacles right here is someone who wants to form some kind of new foundational partnership. Really good intentions, really solid foundation. That's what you're looking for. That's what this other person is looking for, or something. I'm hearing like a firm maybe looking for you. You may be getting a contract this week. Sweet. We have the Wheel of Fortune that comes out in the upright. I love it for you. That's things going the way that you want them. That's good karma. That's things going with the flow, like getting back into the flow. Things starting to feel better. You may have extra energy this week. I like it. I like it. Here we go. I got the Star card out on top of that. This guy has been super popular tonight, which I like to see. The Star card is about divine blessings, things that simply can't be taken away from you because they belong to you. But in order to achieve these blessings, sometimes we have to go through a lot of life's learning lessons to receive them. Okay, now that's happening. That goes right on top of that Wheel of Fortune. That's a lot of really powerful energy for you this week. Very, very good, Virgo. I like it a ton. Focusing on your goals, focusing on dreams and aspirations that you hold for yourself, and putting in the effort to make it happen. I have the Seven of Wands here. Also a popular guy this evening. The Seven of Wands, feeling like you have a lot of things coming at you, but again with the Seven of Wands, you're in a superior position where you are actually able to accommodate all of that energy coming towards you. You have the power, right? I got the power. Five of Cups in reverse. Hold on. This may be slightly unrelated, but I'm not sure. Five of Cups in the reverse is, obviously I'm not a doctor, but Five of Cups in reverse kind of feels like the energy of insanity. It's like trying to do the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Getting tired of always having the same thing like that happen over and over again. Feeling like a failure. Sometimes it's the Five of Cups in reverse. Hang on, let's get more about that. I've got the Seven of Swords again, another popular guy. Somebody who's having a hard time seeing the truth for what it is. And the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody who's kind of not really wanting to put in all of the effort that they need to put into in a situation to make it successful. So I'm not really sure how this all goes, because I have on one hand somebody who really, they want to form some kind of solid partnership with someone. They have a lot of ideas for the future. They have a lot of energy for these ideas. And yet I have someone over here who's feeling kind of, I don't know if we have two people in this situation who are kind of like at odds about what to do next, or if I have someone who is having a hard time believing in their own dreams. Okay, let's see here. Let's do this Star Power Tarot real quick. Okay, I have the Six of Cups here. This is someone, oh, this is great. On top of this Three of Pentacles here, the Six of Cups is a really solid foundation in a relationship. This is a financially solid foundation. These are people who love to hang out together. They get on very well. Kindred spirits, a really solid partnership. This is either in love or career, whatever. This is somebody who has very solid intentions. Now, there's one person in this partnership who's kind of waiting to see how it's all going to gel before they really put it all out there. There's a lot of energy focused on some kind of partnership and creation energy here, creating a new something together. Like, I don't know, it could be starting it could be anything. It could be starting a new relationship, starting a new business, starting a new career, joining a new firm, joining a new anything. Nine of Cups in reverse. This is someone who's had their hopes dashed in the past by partnerships that did not go, they didn't fall, there was no follow through, I'm hearing. There's not a, like things didn't, I want to just, whoever I'm reading for, you like things to be nice and organized here. Okay. Straightening up your cards for you. It's done. It's nice and neat, I promise. This Nine of Cups energy is so, though, it can be an energy of over drinking, or it can be the energy of someone who feels like they've kind of lost hope in a dream of some sort, which is this Star card energy right here. The Nine of Cups is the minor arcana version of the Star for me. This is someone who's lost hope and faith in themselves in the past, and I feel like you have a lot of energy this week to kind of regain some hope for the future. Okay, I like that for you. If you've been kind of down in the doldrums or feeling a little bit depressed, like you don't have the energy that you need to achieve the goals that you have for yourself, this is a good week of change for that. This would be a great week for you to start laying down the tracks for some kind of new endeavor. Now, because we're in a Mercury retrograde, I do not suggest that you really fully commit to anything until we're well out of the shadow of that, which should be basically the third week of March, all right? But now would be a great time for you to start putting in the building blocks and the work for whatever is necessary for the next step in this situation, okay? Good. Okay, I don't know what it is for you, but it feels like a new something. Now, there's some kind of hitch in the giddy up over here, though, where we have sort of a repeating pattern with this Five of Cups energy of someone who's kind of, again, sort of given up in the past on something, whether it's in love, whether it's a career goal or aspiration. And there's someone here who feels like they are always failing themselves or letting themselves down. Someone who feels like they never put in the right amount of effort, enough time. This is someone who feels like they may be lazy. Maybe you feel this way about another person. Like there's no follow through. I have the Four of Pentacles here. There's someone who maybe feels like they don't have the resources that they need in order to complete the things that they need to complete. This Four of Pentacles is someone who kind of has a fear of putting themselves out there. They may have a fear, like what I was saying, like there may be somebody here who's feeling kind of insecure, like maybe they have let themselves down in the past. Maybe they have let you down in the past, and they're feeling nervous about some kind of new endeavor. Although this would be a week to get out of that feeling. This would be a good week for that. This would be a good week to stop feeling that way. I'm hoping for a shift here. And I have the King of Cups in reverse. And now I got the Knight of Wands. Okay, so King of Cups in reverse, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, masculine energy. Knight of Wands upright, that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, masculine energy, okay? Although incidentally, both of these cards are illustrated with feminines, you know, for whatever reason. But in any case, the representation of the energy is more, the King of Cups is someone who's having a really hard time telling the truth about how they feel because they're feeling kind of overly emotional these days about something. They're having a hard time expressing themselves. This Knight of Wands energy is someone who really wants to take action though, okay? They're kind of wishing that they had a little bit more support behind them in this situation, and yet again, there's almost like a sense of guilt for asking someone to be supportive of them in this situation. This is someone who's dealing with a fair amount of insecurity is kind of what I'm gathering here. And I don't want that for them. I want them to believe, if this is you that I'm reading for or someone in your immediate environment, I want you to believe in yourself and your goals. And especially this week would be a good time for you to start making a list of what you want your life to look like, because there's a lot of potential for change and growth here. We have someone who's been in the doldrums, a little bit hard on themselves recently, someone who's trying to decide what they want. They're tired of seeing the same old from themselves or from other people in their environment. This Magician in reverse is, again, the energy of someone who feels like they don't have what they need. Like, I don't feel like I have what it takes, coach. Ah, buddy, I promise you, you do. With this Magician energy, this is someone who does have all of the tools at their disposal. Now, whenever we're in the reverse, though, this is someone who doesn't believe in themselves. Well, guess what? It's all going to change, and I said so, because I have the Death card here, which is the card of Scorpio, which says we're going to put an end to all of that, okay? All of that is old debris. That's old stuff, okay? We're going to make a change. There's going to be a shift. We're going to stop doing X, Y, and Z, and we're going to start focusing on A, B, and C now, because, look, I have the Fool card right out after that, which is the start, a brand new start in something. And it is a leap of faith that you're going to have to take. Now, if you don't have faith in yourself, who the hell else is gonna, all right? That's your reading for the week. Very good job, Virgo. I want to see major changes next week. All right, last up for the night, we have Taurus. You're beautiful if you hung in there to the end. And if you didn't, I don't blame you, because tomorrow's Monday and we all got to go to work, right? All righty, Taurus, this is you for the week. Let's see. We're going to use this Tarot of Wonderland for you guys and see what we have. All right. Two of Pentacles. Very good. This is someone who's trying to put one foot in front of the other, trying to focus on a goal. I like it. Kind of, again, in a precarious position because you have a lot of balls to keep up in the air. Let's see. Crossing that, I got the Page of Cups upright. Very good. Okay, so pages are messengers, and Page of Cups is a message of love, friendship, forgiveness, kindness, something like that. It can be little messages of some sort, little sweet messages. Hello, how are you? That kind of thing. This is someone who may be trying to focus on creating a future with you. This is someone who may have their eye on you to create this with you, or you vice versa have your eye on them. Got the Five of Wands here. It's possible that you've had some kind of conflict. Either you're feeling conflicted about this relationship, or you've had some kind of conflict within this relationship with the other person. It feels like there are two people involved here for sure. Now, the Five of Wands is typically an energy of kind of being embroiled in your own mental battle, going back and forth in your head about what you want to do in a situation. In this situation, where I feel like somebody kind of needs to offer some kind of message of love in some kind of way, it feels like maybe there's been kind of an argument of some sort. Let's see. Yeah, I got the Queen of Cups out here. Very good. Could be a family dynamic, honestly. Pages can be children. Again, Queen of Cups, she's very motherly, very nurturing, and we have two cups here out already. Sorry for that overexposure there. But in any case, the Queen of Cups is someone who knows her heart, and she has no problem sharing her heart and how she feels about something. She's got a very healing, very nurturing personality. She's very loving. She's very giving. In this particular instance, she came out on her side, and I feel like that's your energy, whether you're a masculine energy or a feminine energy. I feel like you're kind of making a decision about reaching out to someone and, I don't know, extending some kind of love or friendship towards someone. I have the Ten of Pentacles here, which is ultimate stability. It can be luxury. It can be getting a new, it can be getting a raise at work. It can be an increase in cash flow, a bonus of some sort. It's, in any case, it adds to your stability. And I think that, like I was saying, whoever I'm reading for, it's kind of an energy of like, a very peaceful person, a very compassionate and kind, loving person, very nurturing, someone who people are naturally drawn to because you create an atmosphere of, I don't know, just like cozy, homey acceptance around you, and people gravitate towards you because of that. I think that there has been some kind of fallout or conflict, and you've been kind of wanting to reach out and extend some kind of energy of friendship to another person. And I think that you are wanting to invite this person back into your life. Now, I don't know what kind of relationship this was for you, but I think that I don't get the impression that anyone's well, I don't want to say anything. I'll get out another deck in a minute and we'll find out. I got the Hangman in reverse. Okay. So the Hangman in reverse is the energy of is like feeling like you're waiting on another person to make the first move in this situation. Whether this is a love situation or family dynamic, it's kind of what it feels like, one of those things. This Hangman in reverse is someone who's waiting for someone else to do it for them. And kind of, I got the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, this is an energy of being kind of locked away from someone that you care about very much, possibly. Okay. Oops. Okay. One more out with this. Okay, 2 is fine. So I have the Hierophant in reverse, which is someone who kind of throws off, sorry, my nose is itchy. It's someone who kind of throws off traditional values. It's someone who chooses to leave a commitment for whatever reason. And it came out with the Three of Swords, which is an energy of breakup. I call it the Ben and Jerry's card of the deck. Heartache, grief, and pain is what it represents there. Ouch, 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 right? I hear the words, I knew it was coming, like I've kind of known that this was coming for a while. I don't know if this is something that's already happened, like while you were waiting for this other person to kind of take action. See, I've got 2 5s here. There's been some chaos. I've got 3, 1, 2, 3, with the Hierophant and the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. Oh boy, kind of waiting on someone else to take action in a situation. And somebody here kind of needs to smooth something over. It's kind of what it feels like with that Page of Cups. I feel like people here have good intentions, and yet something falls apart. Anyway, let's find out what's the situation. I don't know how it applies. I got the Eight of Swords here. No one's talking. Eight of Swords can be an energy of digital blocking nowadays, like not talking via social messaging or text messages or calling or anything like that. Eight of Swords is someone who's avoiding something, avoiding another person, avoiding talking about something. Maybe that's why we have that Page of Cups right there, which is someone who again needs to offer some kind of message, love, forgiveness, friendship, understanding, something like that. What is this Five of Wands, and why do we, what was this conflict? Is it in you or is it in the situation? I got the Nine of Cups in reverse, also a popular guide tonight, which is an energy of kind of like, it can be over drinking. Something could have happened where somebody spoke out of turn when they had too much to drink or something like that. I don't know. That's caused some kind of major fallout. That could have been what the conflict was about, or it could just be simply the admission that maybe this person isn't what you ultimately want for your future, and you're just having to be very honest with someone about that. I feel like whoever I'm reading for, you're so very kind and very nurturing with the words that you say. I feel like again, I was saying, you create an environment of comfort for other people. I think that's just your way, whoever you are. And so relaying whatever this news of conflict was for you was difficult for you in some way. I think there's someone here who feels quite left out from you, like quite separate from you. This could be an actual physical separation with that Five of Pentacles there. In any case, I feel like you're sitting in a state of comfort. I don't see a lot of discomfort coming from you, although I do ultimately see an ending here that occurs. I feel like you're in a fairly peaceful state about it because you sat and waited for change here for quite some time. And I feel like, I've got the High Priestess card that came out with that. That's perfect. A perfect depiction of you. The High Priestess is the card of Pisces, but also it's about someone who has a lot of inner knowing, divine wisdom, okay? This is someone who knows all the secrets of the universe, and they are observant. They're very observant of other people in their lives and of situations. And they're someone who knows how to keep quiet and be observant, and they know when to speak. And I think that this is very much you. You're someone who is very comfortable being alone. You don't need another person. You're not going to waste your time with any kind of extra drama or instability that anyone might possibly bring into your life just for the sake of love or attention. And so because of that, I think you actually are in a state of peace. And although I do see somebody who's ultimately letting someone go here this week. Now let me see What's interesting is you have the Hanged Man in reverse and the High Priestess. Both of those are the cards of Pisces right in the middle of your reading. I don't know if you have Pisces in your chart or if you're dealing with a Pisces or if this is just the situation. But do check your sun, your moon, your rising signs. Always check all of the houses in your chart. You'll be surprised at what will resonate with you from other signs. So do feel free to check other signs as well. It just may be of significance to you, the Pisces in the middle there. Now, what is this Hierophant in reverse? Because you've waited on someone to make a commitment in a situation. You've sat and waited on someone to do what they were supposed to do. In the meantime, it's caused a lot of stress and chaos and worry. This Nine of Swords is sleepless nights, tossing and turning, anxiety, stress, concern, pain, and just the feeling of needing support, kind of needing support. You may have had to be quite supportive through a challenging time for someone. And I have the Tower in reverse. This is, I saw it coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming before it happened. The Tower is one of those catastrophic events that comes out of nowhere whenever it's in the reverse. It's something that you say, like, I don't mean to say it out loud, but I told you so kind of energy. And of course you would never say that because that's not nice and that's not the way that you are. But that is kind of the energy of what you're seeing. It's like a repeating pattern enough with a person that that's what allows you to let go of this with the Hierophant in reverse and that Three of Swords. It's not easy for you to do, but it's a heck of a lot easier when you see these repeating patterns and you see them for what they are. With this High Priestess energy, she's so very good at identifying the red flags. Yeah. She's very smart. She's been through it all. That's you. Let's see here. I have the King of Wands in reverse. Very popular guy tonight. Also, King of Wands in reverse. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, masculine energy. But it's someone who is lacking in bravery. There's someone who just feels like they can't make the changes that you need them to make. They're someone who doesn't feel like they can live up to what you need them to live up to, and that's fine. It's okay. They don't have to, but if they're going to be with you with what you've asked of them, they're going to have to be. Otherwise they cannot and go do that somewhere else. But you can't have that level of instability in your life any longer. The King of Wands in reverse, in addition to lacking in bravery to instigate change in their life, they can also be they can be physically violent. They can be promiscuous. They can be someone who is kind of lazy. They don't have a lot of get up and go. They don't commit to things. They say they're gonna, but they never do, kind of energy. And I think that these are the kind of patterns that you've seen long enough that allows you to say, you know, I don't feel so bad walking away from this. I got the Devil card out on top of that. It's the card of Capricorn, but it is an energy that enslaves us. And yeah, it goes with that Seven of Wands that came out with it, which is drama, okay? No more is what I'm hearing. And that is what you're leaving behind. The Devil and drama, okay? So let's be real. I think that's why you're so at peace here, because while this is a lot of energy of conflict and change, I see that you are a person who, beyond being extremely nurturing, also highly psychic and someone who knows the truth about a situation. And because of your clear-sighted ability to let go of things that are truly not good for you, that's why you're at peace and able to let this situation go. And whoever you are, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with whoever you are, and I can't wait to see where this goes for you next week, because once you let this go, it frees up energy in your life for something new to come in. And obviously, I think you're already starting to focus on your own stability and your own peace with this Ten of Pentacles and High Priestess energy right here. And so you're already well on your way to creating you know, an environment of stability and balance for yourself. And because of that, you will attract other energies into your life that are the same. All right, good job, whoever you are. Thanks for letting me read for you guys this week. I will catch up with you next week. Happy Valentine's Day and have a wonderful week ahead. Catch up with you soon.